somebody get full blown on the telephone.
All right, so good morning again. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Top of the morning to everybody that is locked on right now. Ladies Room Wednesday. Guys, I'm sorry that we're late. I was expecting to have some guests in studio at this time. However, seems like I got stood up today. We had a date and seems like I got stood up, right? So it's just me, myself, and I today. Along with you, of course. So, Shante, do your usual thing. Tag up, tag up, tag up, tag up, everybody. And let us get this thing started right now. Big up to Nirvana. We got to say thank you so much. Beacon Insurance, Western Union, Harry Edwards Jewelers. We got to say thank you, thank you, thank you for powering up the ladies' room Monday to Thursday right here on Power 95. Yeah. So, I actually I had my backup plans in place. Thank you so much to Aruna. She equipped me with some ammunition before she took off on her travel. So I had a backup plan in place. So I'm not totally stranded today. All right, so guys, come on in, come on in, come on in. We are live on Instagram. We're live on the Instagram page. We're live on YouTube. We are also live on the Twitch platform as well. But let's make a deal today. Today is not the day that you guys get to stay silent. Let's just make that deal right now. Today's me and you. All right? So, I need you to call 440-9595 after I discuss the topic for a bit. I need you to call me, send me your voice notes, leave the comments under the live. This is all our thing today. We're going to discuss this. We're going to crack this together. All right? So, let's get right into it. I ain't even wasting time. Not today. Here's what we're dealing with this morning, guys. So, I'm going to ask the ladies first, right? Ladies, what are your thoughts on marriage, proposal, and wedding on the same day? All you have to do is show up. Someone actually sent this to us, right? And I know that they're listening. They've been waiting for the answer for a while. So we want to know how the ladies feel this morning. Your thoughts on marriage, proposal, and wedding on the same day. No sticking, no wasting time, no nothing. We're getting this done today. Today is the day. That's what we're discussing this morning. So good morning to Riggy. Nah man, no trouble, I promise, no trouble. G-Eds, good morning. Shante, thank you for doing your usual thing. Donna, good morning. Marianne, I see you, good morning. Carol is on as well. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Jenilyn, I see you as well. Good morning. Jay, morning. How you doing? Hope you're doing good on this beautiful Wednesday. Seems like everybody late today. I don't know what's happening today. Seems like everybody's late. Still give you guys one more minute to come in, hit that share button so that others can be a part of the live. Don't keep it all to yourself. And let us get this train on the runway today. So ladies, this one is directed at you first, right? What are your thoughts on a marriage proposal and wedding on the same day? So I'm going to paint a picture of the scenario, right? So the man comes and gives you this nice speech, He loves you, needs you in his life. You're the sun, the moon, the stars, the wind, the waves, the ocean, the seas, everything. Gets down on the knees. At that point, you're shocked. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, what are you doing, babe? That's your reaction. So the man goes down on the knees, does his thing. Yes, I will. That's your answer. Yes, I will. Take the ring. Then the young man now proceeds to stand up and say, babe, here's what. I don't want to wait. I love you. I know what I want in this life. I need you. Come, let we do it today. Y'all know that song? Everything is happening today. So he says, babe, here's what. Let's go down to the courthouse and make this official. One time. No family, no friends, nothing. Let's just do this all today. Ladies, how do you feel about that? Is the man rushing? Is he jumping the gun? Is he taking away, I mean, I know a lot of women with what we call the dream wedding scenario, with the bells and the bouquets and the nice long white dress with the what you call the long part in the back of the dress? The train. Right. So the train on the dress, you get picked up nicely. You're late because we know one thing with Grenadian men, all the weddings I've been to, the groom to be is always sitting in the church for 1 hour. All the time. Women never on time yet. Not once. So after that, you go to the church or maybe overlooking the ocean, some nice scenery in Lansapine or Egmont or one of these nice places. Have your wedding there. When you finish, nice reception, da-da-da. A lot of females actually have this vision of that dream wedding. So what do you do in this case when you love the man and you bother about your man and your man and your man and your man? So your man and your man and your man come, propose to you, nice ring and everything, and in the next sentence after you say yes, he's like, babe, let you do this today now. We just, I love you, man. I don't want to wait. We just sort of the things today. We could tell family and friends and loved ones and colleagues, and we will tell them after. We'll post a picture on the gram and they go see it. Ladies, what is your response to that? I need the voice notes. I need the ladies to call me. Don't be shy this morning, because I can answer that. Ladies, we want to hear from you. This is the ladies' room after all. So we want to hear, ladies, what is your take on this? How would you feel if your man did that? Let me take some comments from the lives. Linda says, getting married is a big step. Agreeing to marry someone and having the wedding on the same day, that's a lot of pressure for someone to have. I agree that it's a big step. I definitely agree that it's a big step for sure. Listen, some people put a lot of time and effort into planning their wedding, like a lot. Not just the money from the invitations, the caterer, the venue. And we say venue, we mean the venue for the wedding and the venue for the reception. So that's venues. The camera person had to be on point. Because I know of a couple, they got married 5 years ago and up to today they have not one wedding picture. Okay, they can't find the cameraman. So that had to be on point. The guest list, again, had to be on point. What's picking you up? On point. The little entertainment in the reception. Who's the DJ? Who's the band? All these things. Or you're getting your auntie that you ain't seen about 6 years from Pennsylvania to Grenada. Your great grandmother that had to come down from Sates to Tongue. All these things you have to pay attention to when you're having a wedding. But now the man is coming and say, here's what, babe, forget that. We ain't going through that. We ain't going through that. We just get it done today. I give you the ring already. I propose to you. Let's get it done today. Ladies, what you're saying is a lot of pressure. Yeah, Ricky, I definitely believe that cameraman didn't get food. He vex. Yeah, he say no pictures, so you guys why. Next thing, my toenail is broken. I had to be ready. Can't get married with a broken toenail. Bonnie says, today, you trying to set me up to not testify against him. That sound like a setup. Men afraid to commit. They don't want responsibilities. That's why they divorce so soon after. I mean, guys, the commitment issue hasn't really come in as yet, because remember, they're about to take the step, so whether he has commitment issues or not, that's a different conversation. What we want to know is, ladies, like, would you even go through with that? If the man comes and says, well, babe, I propose to you. You go down to the courthouse and, sort out. Kristen said it's given broke. I can't. Listen, Missy Chrissy, I can't disagree with that. It's given very broke. It's given very basic. It's given very not mindful, not cutesy, not demure. I don't know. I don't know. Morning, Kizzy. Welcome. She says most men do that when they're drunk. Very rare a decision like that is made sober. Kizzy, you really want to put your neck on a block for that? In this day and age right now, where literally anything under the sun is possible. I mean, I would say it's possible. I won't put it past anybody at all. Linda says I wouldn't do it. Now, question for the men though. Fellas, how would you feel if you're actually trying to make this move and the female says no? So, you didn't break up the questions. Here's what you did, right? You went in for the proposal. So you gave your nice speech, went down on your knees, However, even before she says yes, you're going right into, and then babe, after we propose, we'll just run down by the courthouse and get married one time. The female now is like, whoa, breaks. I didn't know we were going all day. I didn't know we were doing all this. Fellas, how would you feel if that second part, because she love you, chances are she's gonna say yes, right? How would you feel if that second part, fellas, is a deal breaker? The part where you tell her that you want to just go and do it right now. How would you feel if that part causes you to get turned down? Because I want to hear from the fellas too. And fellas, would you even actually do that? Because apparently one person did it. I really want to know how this turned out. Empress Imani, good morning. Big up to the hairdressers locked on as well. Good morning to you guys. Big up. Thank you so much for tuning in. Someone says he's giving cheating vibes. Why the rush? I feel, Lord have mercy. I wonder if I could read that on air, boy. Let me put it in some diplomatic terms. I feel he had a child with somebody else. Okay, so let me see if I get it. So he had a child with somebody else, and now he's coming in, try to get married quickly because he doesn't want to lose that particular female? Is that what we're saying? So he did it with somebody else. He knows that a child is on the way, but because he doesn't want to lose that particular female, because that female is home, she's base. He's not rushing to get married to her so that he won't lose her. Is that what we're saying? Ooh. Someone says, boy, oh boy, it have men for that. Yeah, not me, no? Listen, I believe this thing is so sacred, yeah? Number one, you don't jump into this just like that. And I'm not even talking marriage yet. I'm talking proposal. Fellas, leave the people girl children alone if you're not ready for that. You know, and some of the women, they would actually hint you, like, oh babe, when we get married, when we get in a ring, we've been together a while, da 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 da. Boss, if you're not ready, you're not ready. Even if she's ready. Sometimes you guys are operating on two separate wavelengths. Easy like that. So, if you're not ready, you're not ready. Much less to go and get it done in the same day. Whew. Whew. Wow. Someone says that's not love, that's witchcraft. Okay. That's why most marriages end. People want weddings, not marriages. I definitely agree with this point, guys. I so agree with this point. I think a lot of people, recently more so, does it more so for the glitz and the glamour of it. Let's step away from the courthouse wedding for a bit, or the eloping and so. I think a lot of couples now, they do it just to say that I got married here, I got married there. You get some beautiful pictures, you get people to come, eat, drink, have a nice time. It's not like back in the day where you got married to start a family, to settle down, build, invest together, have a life together. Because let's just compare it. Let's speak about the stats for a little bit, right? Now, when I spoke to my pops, for example, he told me that he got married at age 20 something. I can't remember the exact age, but it was definitely in the 20s. However, let's see, 20, 40, 60. So 60 years later, 50, 60 years later, still married. Still married. So, it's not like no, whereby somebody invite you to a wedding today, and next month you see them out, and he's like, where wifey? Boy, boy, if you only know happen. But she walk by she mother, and you nearly there again, I ain't feeling that marriage thing again. Like, hand on head at this point, like, you ain't feeling the marriage again. You ain't feeling it. That's crazy. That is crazy. So times have definitely changed. Like, the older folks, they would stick and work things out. Think about the kids, their family, their future together, whatever. Young people, man, you fret my gun, we? Yeah, you fret my gun. Don't get me on the wrong side. Don't piss me off. Otherwise, that's it. Marriage, nothing. Good morning to Neil. I'm getting married, he says. For a woman, a man is so different. It's a woman thing. It's not a man thing. If he's rushing it, something is wrong. And this is coming from a man, yeah? So if he's rushing it, something is wrong because you have to give her time to prepare. You have to give her time to prepare. When I engaged my wife, a month after we got married, and we've been married for 22 years. Wow. Congratulations there, Neil. So he got married 1 month after he engaged. And I mean, that's okay. You know, some people will do 8 months, some people will do 9 months, 10 months, whatever. But it really and truly depends on your preparation. What type of wedding you want to have, where you want to have it, you know, who you want to invite. Sometimes these things take time. Now, I'm not saying put the ring on the young lady's finger and then leave her there for 3-4 years, wondering what the beep is going on. I'm not saying to do that. Please and thank you. That is not nice. Imagine being in limbo for 3-4 years with an engagement ring on your finger. Wondering if the man go ever say, well, babe, let me pick a date now. Sad truth, it happens. As a sad reality of it, it happens. It definitely happens. But Neil is saying that if the guy is rushing, something is wrong. That's coming from a guy. Fellas, what say you? Why rush? What's the rush? What are we running from? Is the wedding gonna go and leave you? Is the church gonna disappear? The nice cliff overlooking BBC Beach, is it gonna slip off? The guests that you want to invite, are they gonna flee the country? The caterer, is the caterer gonna break their fingers? I don't know. But you propose to the young lady and want to get married on the same day, brother. Pressure. Someone says men marry women and they don't even have a house. Want to shack up women with their parents. They're not ready yet. Listen, my take on this is, if you want to get married, you have to have your own place. You have to have your own place. For one, you don't want your parents and your family in your business. And if you got if your wedding ceremony was done by an ordained minister, they'll definitely tell you that. To keep your business to yourself. One time. So you need your own place, you need your space. So this thing about, oh babe, let's get married and we're gonna go and live in Boca by my mother and my father. No, sir. Nope. That's crazy. What's the rush? We're not getting any younger, and we could drop down dead like flies any day. So wait, Sherry-Ann, are you saying that because you're not getting any younger and you could drop down and, it's all over in one day, you're saying that it's okay to do the engagement and the marriage in one day? That's what you're saying? Clarify that for me. Clarify that for me. Clarify that for me. Me personally, I don't like this marriage thing because majority of the time we get married for the wrong reasons and end up in nasty divorce. The divorce rate is too high. Way too high right now in this country specifically. Gabby says, but legally speaking, unless this couple has a marriage license and spoke about getting married previously, there is no way you can get engaged and married on the same day because it takes quite a while, 2 days or more, to actually receive a marriage license. Okay. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Somebody calls this guy Lord of the Rings. That's funny. Donna says marriage is a commitment. I got married at the age of 24 and we are still together. Congratulations, Donna. It is definitely a very sacred covenant. But the compelling question is, why the rush? Even if it takes let's just say it takes a week to get your marriage certificate, as this person was saying, right? So, all right, let's just say it takes a week. Guys, a week is still too soon, for me at least. I mean, a week? 5 to 7 days? You got engaged last week, bro. Like 5 minutes ago, you were engaged. Like, I don't know. How was all of this happening? Especially if that woman, has a dream wedding and all of that. And this takes me to my next point. Fellas, before you get into even engaging, that's before marriage. Before you get to engaging, fellas, please and thank you, have a conversation with the people, girl, children. I beg of you. Here's why. Not every female is the same, right? So, I know my female. I know she likes to eat out. I know, she likes trying new food, restaurants, whatever. So, I might take her to a hotel or a restaurant, a couple people there, whatnot, and then I go down on my knees and I propose. She likes that. So, that was good. That was her dream proposal. Brother, what if your girl is not like that? What if your girl does not want the attention? What if she doesn't like public? What if she's shy? What if she doesn't want strangers, complete and utter strangers, in her business? So she would have preferred if one night she came home from work or something, and you set up the living room nice and whatnot. It's a nice surprise at home, and then you do the proposal there. Women are different. Fellas, please find a smart way to question the ladies about these things before you just rush into it. That'll be my advice. Because she can secretly, have that in mind and not even talk about it. It's like, well, this guy clearly doesn't know me, because he could never think that I would like a proposal on a beach or in a restaurant when he knows I'm a quiet person and like to be inside. It's just a lot of dynamics. So my advice there would be, have these conversations before jumping into that. All right? Ashley says, I will marry when I reach 60. I ain't have time with these men these days. Yeah, but I mean, Ashley, it's not really about the age these days, because I mean, a 20-year-old can be more mature and have a better understanding and level of thinking than a 30-year-old or even a 35-year-old, right? Look, now we have young business people in their 20s coming up with business ideas and innovations and all these things. And then we have men in their 40s who can't even get a job. So I won't say that the age really matters now. Back then, yes. Back then, you would always go to the elders, right? Because the elders, my God. Like my pops era, for example, these people just operated in a different stratosphere. Totally different. But now, age is nothing. It's the power of your mind now. Age is nothing. Because everybody is exposed to the same information, same platforms, same everything. Right now it's about what you soak in. Definitely. Someone says only fools rush in. Yep. Marriage so costly, and then divorce more costly, and men still will cheat and mess up soon after marriage. I ain't have time and money to waste. Good point. Definitely a good point. It's an investment. I think we need proper knowledge on getting engaged or married. I don't ever honestly think it's something to rush into. I think it's something that needs to be properly communicated about. And you have to really know your partner and trust them. Can't just pick somebody up and put a ring on the finger and expect to live happily ever after the end. Definitely agree. Then again, people get married for different reasons. That's a good point as well. Some people go into marriage with intentions, enough intentions, a whole to-do list for the marriage. A whole list of things you want to accomplish from this marriage. You just want to gain. Gotta stay woke, guys, definitely. But, I mean, going back to the scenario, I just find, and I mean, the men agree, that is weird as hell, man. That is weird as hell. That this guy wants to get engaged and get married on the same day. That, Boss, we ain't feeling that. We ain't feeling that. We ain't feeling that at all. But, like we always say, to each his own. If you think that's your jam and that's your gig, then by all means. But we ain't feeling that one. We ain't feeling that. That seems to be the general consensus. Take your time, learn each other, have the conversations, have not just the moment. Let's step away from the moment. The wedding is a moment. The next day when you wake up, the marriage is what's left. The wedding is gone. The wedding is gone. So now, what are you going to do in the marriage after you rush this? What's next? Baby, let's have triplets and we broke and living by your mother and your father? No, sir. Alright? Nope. Boss, we ain't feeling that one, so gotta take your time. Wheel and come again. Ladies' room for today. Thank you so much to our sponsors. Catch you guys again tomorrow, yeah?
Renwick and Thompson Limited, Beacon Insurance,
Harry Edwards Jewelers,
and Nirvana Health Spa. Detox